Welcome to MAKE, Hands-on Intro to Engineering Design, a course taught at the University of South Florida. In this video, we are going to introduce Autodesk Inventor 2014. Autodesk Inventor is a 3D CAD design software which allows you to create three-dimensional models of your parts on the computer. There are three main file types associated with Autodesk Inventor. The first are parts. These are what you will be working with mostly, and these are the 3D models of the actual pieces that you want to create. The file type for these are IPT. Assemblies are the second type of file we'll be working with. Assemblies combine parts with useful relationships called constraints that allow you to simulate motion or interference. Finally, Autodesk Inventor can create two-dimensional drawings, and these are just 2D representation of your parts, and these would be useful for giving to a machinist to fabricate your part. Let's take a look at the interface here. As you can see, the welcome screen opens whenever you open Autodesk Inventor. This contains several useful links for you to create new files, open existing files, or open some of your more recent files. The welcome screen also contains some links for tutorials that you could click on to learn more in more detail than what we're discussing in these videos. So what we can do is just close this welcome window, and it'll bring up some parts that I have already created and I'm going to show as an example. So the first thing we're going to look at here is the stepper motor part that I have created. As you can see, it is represented in 3D space, and we have our axis here in the bottom left corner. In the top, we have this ribbon interface. This has several different tabs, and each one explains what the tab does. With the parts, we'll be mostly working with the 3D model tab, but this allows you to create different features and modify the part. On the left-hand side here, we have the model tree, and this contains all the different features, and like I said, it's in a tree view, so you can expand it and then modify these features. And as you mouse over, they will actually highlight on the part. Finally, we have the navigation section. This is in the upper right-hand corner. And with the navigation, you can grab the cube, which represents the part, and this will allow you to manipulate the part in three-dimensional space. So there are several predefined views, including isometric, top, right, left, and if you click on the faces or corners, it will snap you to these predefined views. So now let's take a look at the second file I've opened. This is an assembly. This is a model that we had 3D printed of a motor assembly, very simplified. We have what would be the crankshaft, the connecting rod, and the piston. And so you can see that as I grab the crankshaft here, we can move it around, and the relationships defined between these parts create the motion that we want. And we'll go over this in more detail in later videos. In assemblies, again, we have very similar navigation with the cube representation of the part in the upper right-hand corner. And then we have the tree view, which represents all of the individual parts of the assembly. Finally, we have our ribbon, and this is very similar to the part ribbon, except there are different features that are specific to assemblies rather than parts themselves. So we'll go into more detail about all of these different aspects of Inventor in later videos, and thank you for watching. This concludes our tutorial. Thanks for watching.